Hello guys, so welcome to KO Tutorials. So let's continue with the next part of this tutorial. So let's get started. So as you can see over here, we have started with the lighting of this particular stylish interior over here. So let's continue it. So few things are left which will be doing it over here. So few things. First let's go into the material editor over here. So let's go into the material editor, and into that I've taken the last material. Again, we have not assigned any reflection over here. I think we'll just reduce this. Let's again take another Vray material for this. So let's take another Vray material, and into that let's just assign any color to it. I can slightly assign a color, and slightly I'll give a bit of reflection if required. So I can do that. Same for this. We can go into this view image file. I'll just open up a reference over here. So let's just open up a reference, and I'll assign a brown color. So I'll go into this, and let's give a color over here. Same way, again I'll take a Vray material, and into that I'll just assign one color to it. Alright, so I'll just come back to the camera view, and let's render it again over here. So what I'll be doing over here is like, I'll render it. Now, okay, so I have assigned a bit of Vray environmental fog also. If you want, I can just activate this Vray IPR over here. I'll select this light. I'll go into this. I'll slightly increase its intensity. I'll just make it to 0.3 for now. I'll go down, and you can just go into the material editor, and if you want to assign an HDRI map, I can just drag an HDRI map right on top of it. So I can easily assign an HDRI map on the light. So as you can see over here, we are getting an HDRI map right on the light. Let's go into the options over here, and now if you want, I can increase a bit of its multiplier. So you can increase the light multiplier as required. So we are getting the reflections with that over here. Again, go into this, go into the sampling. I'll increase its subdivisions over here. So I have slightly increased the subdivisions as well. If you want, you can slightly shuffle the light a bit. I'll just save the file. You can slightly shuffle it behind if required. That's totally okay. That can also be done. And you can increase this multiplier if required. So slightly we can just increase the multiplier over here. Let's render it once again and see how it looks like. And now alright. Also with that you can go with the render settings. So let's go into the rendering. Let's go into the render setup and let's do some settings over here. So I'll just go into this. Let's go into the V-Ray. I'll just go down over here. I'll activate this. Go into the image filter. Let's make it as Catmull room. I can slightly increase this minimum and maximum subdivisions. Go into global DMC. We have activated the local subdivisions. Activated the noise to 0.001. Go into the environment. Color mapping, we'll keep it as HSV exponential. Go into the GI. For this GI we are going to use the primary as usual as irridance map and use secondary as a light cache. So let's again go into the irridance map. Let's set this as medium and I'll increase the subdivisions to 180 by 60 for now. Later on we can just change that if required. Light cache, we'll make it to 1500. Later on if you want to increase it we can go with that. And into the settings over here I can just increase the dynamic memory limit of RAM. Let's keep it to 4000 over here and let's again render it once more. If required we can slightly change the exposure control. It's going more towards the orangish. Also we can slightly work with the light over here. So now I can just go into this rendering. Let's go into the environment and into that I can slightly change the V-Ray exposure control. So I can just go over here. I can set it to this D55. I think it looks better. 65 is more towards yellowish. 55 is okay. And let's render it once again. Okay, looking much better now. So although this area is also clearly visible over here, if you need to add more lights or work with the intensity, we can do that. So first we need to render it totally. So then we can just get an idea of it. Now select this light. and slightly just increase the multiplier of it. If you want, you can activate the cast shadow, but I'll off the cast shadow, we don't need it. So I have also activated the double side option, that's totally fine. And also I'm not added an HDRI on this, so it's not required over here to add an HDRI. So let's render it once again. And also with the Vray environmental fog into that, we can want to see a bit of fog, you can just slightly push it down the values over here, and let's render and see. So once you push down the values, you will see a bit of slight fog, environmental fog, which is coming from a window. So that can be adjusted accordingly. Or if you want to change an HDRI, you can do it. I think this looks okay. This HDRI is good. Alright. So guys, if any doubts, please put it in the comment section over here. So if you're not subscribed my YouTube channel, please do subscribe my YouTube channel. So we'll continue the rest of the part in the coming tutorial. So thanks for watching this tutorial.